Hello and welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another episode of Addicks to Victory here. We're here at the end of January, 2 games, one against Reading and one against Luton, followed by transfer deadline day of course. Now, last time we left off with that 2-0 win against West Brom, and since then things gone, I can't complain, can I? 1-0 defeat to Derby disappointing, but then a 3-0 win against Bristol City with a Dan Enlundulu hat-trick, and then Juton Sabel got a brace on our way to a 2-1 win at Preston. 1-0 draw with Millwall, disappointing. A red card in the 91st minute as well, you don't like to see it. Then a 2-0 win against Forest to start the month, 1-0 loss to Middlesbrough, not happy. But then a 2-0 win against Luton in the FA Cup third round, and then fourth round we have Cambridge, who are in League One in the relegation zone, so we should be able to get to the fifth round of that, thankfully. And a 1-0 win against Peterborough to finish things off, leaving us very comfortably top of the championship, 12 points clear of second, 13 points clear of third. Absolutely flying. Now, January, of course, transfers to talk about. Outwise, Jaden Stockley leaving the club for 2.8 million. A really good fee to get for him, I thought. He's played 5 games in League One for QPR this season, got 4 goals. At League One, a very good player. He got me 23 goals in 38 games. He got me 14 in 38 in the Championship, but moving on for him, Enlundulu doing incredible. Wish Jaden Stockley the best, but 2.8 million, too good to turn down. Alex Gilby, another one, squad player, leaving for 450k, making a profit on him, 29 years old. If we can get Pride this year, which looks like we will, he's not good enough for the Prem. He wasn't even good enough to get in the Championship team, to be honest, so wish him the best of luck over in Toronto, but had to go. And Ryan Manning, a man I'd rather not have sold, but they hear his release clause. And honestly, he's another one where if we get to the Prem, which we should, then we'd probably have to replace him anyway. So we get the 400k now. We make about 4 times, just over 4 times what we paid for him. No complaints. He's been a good serve, and he's off now though. Wish him the best of luck over at Norwich, who, as things stand, will be staying in the Premier League, so we could be facing off against him next season. On a few other outs though, loan-wise, Edwin Anderson, taken back by Chelsea, loaned to Vitesse. They said they weren't happy with his game time. 22 appearances, a lot off the bench, but I didn't say he'd be a first choice player, so I don't know what their problem is, but I'll miss him. He was just a squad player, so I don't know if I'll miss him or I'll miss saying Edwin a lot, but oh well, good luck to him. And Judson Bell here, but leaving on the 30th, I think. So this is his last game for the club. 2 seasons, done really well. He's a first choice. I have no idea why Chelsea aren't loaning us him. It feels like our affiliation would break down anyway, but with us getting promoted, it will do that. So, oh well, I will miss Judson Bell though. Really good player. But there is an in to talk about. We brought this guy in, Jaden Bogle. We paid 2.2 million, obviously not all up front. Could potentially rise to around 3 as well. I wanted I want good young players with us going to the Prem, and Jaden Bogle is definitely one of them. 23 years old, a right back, can play right wing back as well, can play right mid, can play left wing somehow, but oh well. Yeah, I just think he looks really good. It was a no-brainer to me. He was available. Pick him up. Right into that first choice right back role. With Manning going, Sam Byram's going to be moving to the left-hand side. I think Bogle and Byram, both very good fullbacks. And that's all the transfer work so far. We'll have deadline day later as well, so anything can happen there. But for the game against Reading, first of all, this is the team. Coming and go. Back four of Bogle, Retsos, Martel and Byram. Dobson DM, Rashel and Webster in the midfield, with Blachetta and Enlundulu on the wings and Vidovic up top. Good team, a strong team, hopefully a team capable of beating Reading and picking up the 3 points here. Puskas with the cross in, Byram clears it to Webster. Webster taking the ball forward now for Charlton. Gets it to Dobson. Dobson to Eric Martel. Martel to Webster. Martel to Sam Byram. Left hand side now. Change of pace for Byram. Doing well still though. Webster back to him. Byram gets into Dobson. Dobson through to Webster. Taking it on. Webster. Through ball to Vidovic. And Gabriel Vidovic pokes it past the keeper and into the net. Charlton 1, Reading 0. Gabriel Vidovic with the goal to give us the lead in the 22nd minute here. Holmes throw into Coventry. To Laurent. Laurent to Coventry, to Kent. Coventry. over the top through ball, but Bogle gets it well to Martel, to Retsos, Dobson, to Martel, Retsos. Retsos got some space now to Rachel, to Retsos, to Bogle, to Placheta, to Bogle, to Bradshaw, Dobson, into Webster, to Sam Byram, going forward the ball Byram, gets it to Enlandulu, holds up, gets it back to Byram, finds George Dobson to Webster, and Charlie Webster. He scored a beautiful finesse last game. He goes for another here, but it's well saved by the Reading goalie. Out for a corner kick to be taken by Placheta. Plays it in, headed away though. Coming with a goal kick to Retsos, to Rachel. Tries to get to Placheta, but it's intercepted. Laurent on the ball for Reading. On the right left-hand side, outside the area. Back to Metello. Throw ball to Zhao, headed away. Puskas to Coventry. All the way back to Kent now. Kent plays it forward, over everyone. And Puskas gets there. Comes out, but doesn't get to it in time. And on the half-hour mark here, Reading are level. And half-time here, the score 1-1. Disappointing, allowing Reading to get back into it, but we're on top, shots-wise, possession-wise, XG-wise. Keep going out there, lads, and we should be able to get the win. Ballard, the free kick for Reading to Abbey. Laurent finds Holmes on the right-hand side, giving him so much time and space there. Holmes gets the cross in, and Puskas is there. But thankfully, heads just over the bar. And as we get to the 50-minute mark, it's early in the second half, but I'm going to make some changes. Alright, Retsos is injured. He wants to stay on, but he's injured. So we're going to bring on Deji Ella away here, the youngster. As well as that, Placheta's not having the best game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Vidovic onto the right-hand side there. Inverted winger attack. We're going to move Dan Enlandulu up front, and then on the left wing, we're going to bring on Isaiah Jones on inverted winger support. So, two changes. Jones coming onto that left wing, with Vidovic going on the right and Enlandulu up top, and Deji Ella away coming on for Pangiaitos Retsos. Charlie Webster had a good game, he's tired here, so he's going to make way for Takahiro Nakai, the Chelsea loanee that has been allowed to stay at the club along with Webster. Ajorio picking up the loose ball for Reading here. Takes it forward, gets the cross in, and he hits the post. The header from, Miete hits the post for Reading. And Reading another chance from a throw in here. Coventry headers it on, and Chris Willock's there. I don't think it's disallowed, oh thank God. Disallowed for offside. I thought Reading had taken the lead, but it is chalked off for offside in the end. And full time, John 1, Reading 1. Bit of a disappointing result. They got into it a bit more at the end. We were on top for a large portion of this game, but not meant to be in the end. A lot of players leaving, both loans ending and permanents going out, so I do feel like there's definitely room for more players to come into the squad. It is a bit bare bones at the minute. So definitely look around at what's available, especially with deadline day coming up. Lots of agent offers and such in the new deadline day mechanics. But anyway, that's going for later in the episode. I don't know. We're playing Luton on the same day as deadline day, and I'm unsure how that works. I don't know if deadline day happens first, or we play Reading and then deadline day happens. We play Luton and deadline day happens. But, you know, either way we'll find out. Retzel's only out for 1 to 3 days as well. That's good. Matías Sanchez Moreno having a good little loan spell. 2 goals, 3 assists in the National League. Developing, that's what's important. But anyway, gonna go forward now to that game against Luton or to deadline day, whichever comes first. And I'll see you there. And a bit of loan news to bring to you before deadline day, only 1 day after the Reading game actually. A loan coming in, a striker, because I feel like especially with Jude going out, we need a striker. And this man looks more than good enough. He's a new gen as well. It's Eduard Gonzalez, the Colombian new gen from Porto. He looks amazing as a striker. He can also play on the left wing, which is really good because that's what Jude Bell could play. So he's a like-for-like replacement, really. 15 finishing, 12 dribbling, 13 first touch, 13 composure, 17 determination, 13 acceleration, only 8 pace, but still 5'9", not going to win any headers, but who cares. Very strong left foot on that left wing, playing striker, a good option to have the Colombian youngster. Very happy to bring him into the club. So it's transfer deadline day before the Luton game, and so first player of it, Ethan Laidlow, 19-year-old striker from Hibs, coming in on loan, no pay in his wages or anything, looks decent, 15 acceleration, 13 pace, 12 composure, 15 finishing. A good squad option to have. Now, obviously, I did just already loan a striker, but I was a bit dumb. He's not coming in on loan until June, so the first official signing announcement for our Premier League season is this guy on loan, and I don't even mind that, to be honest, because he does look really good. Looking forward to having Edouard at the club come June, but for now, Ethan Laidlow joining the Addicks. And interrupting deadline day for the game against Luton here. Unchanged first 11, I'm pretty sure. Only difference in the squad is Ethan Laidlow, our new signing, coming into the bench. Probably give him a bit of game time off of it at some point. But hopefully get the win against Luton here. Bounce back from that draw with Reading and keep a nice healthy lead at the top of the table. Goal kick for Luton. Alsop plays it forward. Dobson gets it to Enlandulu out to Byram. Enlandulu got it. Back to Byram. Byram goes for the ball over the top, but it's a bit too far, bit too much on it. Alsop collects and gets it forward. Goes for Clark. He gets there to Charles. Clark, Campbell. Through ball. Charles is there, who sweats it to Mpanzu. Disgusting from Dion Charles to sweat it there. And Luton have a 1-0 lead, but what honour is there in taking the lead like that? Throw-in for Charlton. Sam Byram takes it, goes for the long throw, comes to nothing, but it goes to Eric Martel, gets it wide to Byram, into Webster, back to Byram, cross into the box, goes for Plachetta, who does get to it, but his header over the bar, skimming the top of it, out for a goal kick. But I mean, we're on top here, 60% possession, more shots, better, well, I mean, worse XG, but still, we just got to turn this being on top into a goal. Free kick for Luton. Clarks plays it in. Sonny Bradley gets his header. And we're 2-0 down. I don't know what's happening here. The team are playing bloody awful. Ryan for Charlton. Sam Byram deep in Luton territory to Webster. Back to Byram. Back to Webster. To Dobson. Who turns and finesses it across the goal and into the top corner. What a goal for George Dobson. His first of the season. 25 minutes in. Pulls Charlton back into it here. Late into stoppage time here. Bogle to Plachetta. Plachetta, back to Bogle, holds on to it, through ball to Plachetta, cross in to Dan Enlandulu at the far post, inches out, heads over the bar. That should have been the equaliser, but it's not, and instead we go into half-time, a goal down, not good enough, got to pick it up in the second half. Free kick, Clark for Luton, coming, saves it well, out for a Luton Town corner, which Clark is going to take as well. Clark, corner, headed away by Red Sauce very well. And on about the 50 minutes, early in the second half, but changes have to be made clearly. Rashel having a good game, going to make way for Christian Bielik, and Vidovic having a game up top. He's going to make way for a debuting Ethan Laidlaw. Dan Enlandulu had a decent game here on a 7.5, but tired. Going to make way for Isaiah Jones here for our final substitution, and hopefully we can just push on, because we're still 2-1 down here. It's just not good enough, to be honest with you. Corner for Luton. Thorpe plays it in and Ria gets there. It's headed just over the bar, though. Luton countering so well. 37% possession, but I mean, they're just getting the better chances. They're getting the highlights here. Luton Town corner here. Thorpe to take. Thorpe gonna whip the ball in, which he does, finally. Headed away by Dobson. Laidlaw going to get onto it, though. Can we counter? Laidlaw switches play to Jones. What a ball. Jones on it. It comes to nothing somehow still. And that's full time. And that's not good enough. 2-1 down after 25 minutes. We have, 65 minutes? 70 with added time. And we do nothing with it. Lads, I'm not happy. Draw with Reading. Defeat to Luton. I think they're 9th and 10th. We're first. We're like 10 points clear of third. We have to do better if we want to keep our position. It's just not. It's oh god, it's annoying, to be honest with you. And deadline day has passed here. No more ins or outs really. How do I feel about the team right now is the question. I think it's a good team. I think it's good enough to get promoted. It's been playing well. We do just have to keep pushing on at the end of the day. I mean, I'll just make my changes to the bench quickly, putting Laidlaw there. We've got to keep pushing on. Can't let these results get us down too much. Bournemouth are 12th. Got to beat them next game. And then Cambridge in the FA Cup. Try and get a run going again. especially with Sheffield United 5th place coming up. 10 points clear of second, 11 points clear of third, but they have games in hand, that could dwindle. We got to do better. But that is going to be it for today. Disappointing episode. Next time, hopefully a bit better. When are we going to be back? Okay, we'll be back in March probably, depending on the FA Cup, because I'm 99% certain we'll beat Cambridge. Then we'll be in the FA Cup 5th round, which is the 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, which is the last 16. So I'll be back for there in a championship game beside it, wherever that may fall. But that is going to be it for today. I hope you've enjoyed. Disappointing episode, but still top of the table. Still a nice cushion. 10 points of second at the moment. 11 points of third. Could go down to 8, but 8 is still 3 games. So just got to keep pushing ahead. If you are enjoying them, please do leave a like. Subscribe to the channel for more updates on this series and more Football Manager 2022 content. And thank you for watching.